What's up, everyone? Welcome to popculture.com's new and improved group chat, where we talk about all the reality TV news of the week that we care about and that you need to know. I'm Anna Rumor.
I'm Jose Bastidas.
And I'm Jameson Brown.
We have got a really good show for you today. We've got a lot of stuff happening with celebrities who are kind of all over the spectrum. We're talking The Voice, so we're hitting up, some switch ups there with the coaches. And then we're talking about Ronnie from the Jersey Shore getting arrested and tased, so that's a little dark. We're hitting up the Bachelor face crisis, where Peter Weber got a bunch of stitches in his face, but, the show goes on. And Miley Cyrus has got a new man, and we support her fully. So let's jump in today and hit up The Voice. Some big news coming out of the show. We've got Gwen Stefani out next season as a coach. She just came back, so what? And Nick Jonas is going to sub in for her as in those big red chairs. So I personally am excited to see Nick Jonas. What do you guys think?
Yeah, so Nick Jonas will be a fine addition, I guess. He
Oh,
isn't. What else can we say? He's another pop boy. He will be the perfect replacement for Adam Levine. Gwen was kind of like a last minute replacement after Adam was just like, I'm leaving, guys. So I'm sure that they were just like, Gwen, come back for a season, please. We need you. And she was like, okay, I guess I'll take a break from living my life.
Do we know kind of exactly why Gwen left after just the season? Or
well, she's actually only ever done one season at a time.
Okay.
So she's been in for a couple seasons, but she's never done two in a row. She's still pretty busy on the production side.
Yeah,
and
she's
with her own
booked.
career. So I think that's why. I think she's got a lot going on. So she only ever really does one at a time. But still, I was hoping to see more of her. I love her so much.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, plus Blake is already bringing in the Voice money in their family, so they don't need two.
point,
They don't
good
need
point.
two Voice paychecks. It's fine. They're doing great.
She's got hollaback girl money. She doesn't need the Voice money. Come on. But why? So why do you feel so negatively about Nick? I'm stoked to see him. I love him, and I love Jonas Brothers.
I don't feel negatively about him. I'm just saying, it's like with The Voice.
Your voice
it's just,
sounds so negative.
The voice. I admire The Voice in the way that they have established themselves as like a singing competition where the contestants don't matter, if that makes sense. Yeah, when was the last time a winner of The Voice was relevant?
That's a really good
I don't
point,
know
actually.
a single winner from The Voice for the past 12 seasons. The show is all about the coaches yelling at each other, or the nice banter between them. It's all that's what the show's about. Right now we're talking about The Voice because of a switcheroo of coaches. So I don't know. It's not negative feelings toward Nick. It's just whatever feelings about The Voice in general.
Yeah, really couldn't name
Oh.
a winner.
Yeah.
Or at all.
And they are in their 17th season because they are on twice a year. They win. They have new contestants all the time. I couldn't name a single one. It's crazy. It's like a factory reality TV show. It's crazy.
I'm an American Idol stan, so that's why I don't know any of the Voice contestants, but that's just because I feel like you can only do one at a time. You can only do Idol or Voice because they're both on a lot. And if you're going to watch both, then you're watching a lot of television. So I choose to spend my time with Lionel, Luke, and Katie.
But as always, no shade toward anyone. They are. They're doing great, and I'm sure that they are also tired of being on TV all the time, and being on the rolling chairs. Do they get to go to the bathroom, or are they just cathetered into their spinning chairs? I'm.
Wow, you have,
I have questions. I have questions.
You have a wild view of production of TV.
I have questions because they are always sitting in those chairs. Blake Shelton hasn't gotten up from the red chairs for 17 seasons. He must be really tired.
The Voice, show us the bathroom breaks. We want to see it. Don't cut. We don't want commercials.
Yes, that's what I want. That's what I want.
Okay, this is getting a little much for The Voice. So we're going to move on to something to take Jose's energy down a little bit. We're going to move into calm, collected, and ready to talk about a Jersey Shore assault.
Oh,
So Jen Harley and Ronnie Ortiz-Magro are at it again. This couple is so dark, guys.
Ugh.
They've been together kind of on and off and on and off and on and off and on and off since 2017. They have a daughter together, beautiful little baby Ariana, and they cannot stop getting alternately arrested for allegedly attacking one another. The latest comes last week. Ronnie was arrested and tased by police in LA after allegedly coming at Jen with a knife during this argument late at night in this Airbnb. There's security footage that came out of Jen trying to place Ariana over a fence or opening a neighbor's trunk. Ronnie's facing kidnapping charges now.
Oh my god.
It's really bleak, guys.
Yeah, it's crazy.
They need to be done.
Yeah, they really
do.
They really need to break up, and it's so shocking. And I'll go back to talking about myself. I was just minding my own business, working on last Thursday night, and I was writing a story about how they were spotted. Jen and Ronnie were spotted in L.A. holding hands outside of an L.A. restaurant. They were the TMZ reporter is just like, so how are you guys doing? And they're like, oh, good, man. And like, how do you listen to the haters? And we just ignore the haters. We're happy, blah, blah, blah. Literally less than 24 hours later, he is under arrest. Jen has marks on her body. Like it's so dark. And yet they're still on TV. The same day, there was a storyline on Jersey Shore Family Vacation about how they were also fighting back then. So it's just the roller coaster. It's crazy. I can't.
I kind of start to wonder at what point having that relationship on TV gets to be problematic legally.
I think we're at that point.
I don't know. I mean, is there any circumstance in which the show could be held responsible for it?
It would depend on if something happened during taping.
Yeah.
And if they decided to go that route. I'm not sure if they would, but we've had a lot happen between them. I mean, Jen allegedly dragged Ronnie behind a car.
Right.
She allegedly almost broke his face open with an ashtray. She was facing domestic violence charges for that were dropped because he didn't press any charges. Just a lot of stuff between the two. And when is it too much for us to want to watch on TV? Because I'm at that point where I don't really want to watch them on TV because it's really bumming me out. It's not drama. It's straight up domestic violence. I don't know. I don't like that.
Seriously. It's just like in the middle of Vinny's Chippendale show and Mike, the Mike updates of him still being in prison in the show's time because now he's out and we're happy. And then it's just the Jen and Ronnie darkness. It's just like
real darkness.
It's too much. Like they need to get out of TV, get out of the spotlight, go get help, and hopefully make things better for the kid.
Yeah, it sounds like Ronnie might need some help.
Yeah.
With drug use and a knife. And I mean, that's serious stuff.
He just got out of rehab recently, actually, for alcohol abuse and for his depression. So he's taken that step, but maybe he needs to go back. I think they should probably just never see each other again and do some kind of court split with their kid because anytime they're together, not great, guys.
Yeah,
not great. How is someone going to prison the least dark story?
Right.
I know, right?
Oh my god. Yeah, no. The I think the most recent update that I saw is sources were saying, yeah, this was the last straw for Jen and Ronnie, but they've said that literally every time.
Every time.
So I mean, Jen, Ronnie, please let this last straw be the actual last straw.
Yes,
we need to stop using straws, right?
Yep.
Like,
especially since a child's involved, so it needs to be the last straw.
Do it for Ariana.
It's a lot. Yeah, and then all of their co-stars have been saying since they met, don't be together. You guys are psychos together. And they keep coming back to each other, and I get wanting to be together for your kid, but my God, it's just too much. You're both older adults. I mean, not older, but you're not 20 anymore, or you're not Ron and Sammy at the Jersey Shore fighting over whatever. No one even knows what you're talking about anymore. Like, these are real, legitimate adults with children, and they need to get it together.
Definitely. Shout out to Sammy for getting away from the spotlight and just like living her best life. out in the
Yeah.
out in the universe, wherever she is. We love you.
Well, did you see the report recently? It was Us Weekly said that the Jersey Shore people have apparently been reaching out to Sammy and to her new fiance, and she just hasn't returned their calls.
Oh.
And honestly, well, I love most of the Jersey Shore people so much. I get it, because that is a lot to deal with, and she was tied to like the worst drama with someone who just got arrested for kidnapping. So I would get wanting to keep my distance.
Yeah, she didn't come back to the show for a reason, and there's no reason for her to come back now.
Agreed.
Keep living your best life. Love you, Sammy.
Bless you, Sammy. Okay, guys, let's take a quick break to recoup and think about our life choices. When we come back, we're going to talk about Peter's possible new face accessory, a badass scar, and Miley Cyrus's new man. Who is he? All right, we'll be back in a second. Welcome back, guys. We're diving right in, just like Peter dove into a couple cocktail glasses.
Oh my God.
Oh, sorry, guys. So The Bachelor's Peter Weber, they're filming the new season, and news broke yesterday that he was rushed to the hospital into surgery after tripping and falling during a golf outing outside of filming. He apparently fell on a couple of cocktail glasses and got 22 stitches in his, they said face at first, but apparently it's his head. Everyone was freaking out. Like, are we going to have to look at this scar all season? Is he okay? That's number one. Is he okay? Number two, look at this gross scar.
Yeah, I mean, once Chris Harrison, just shortly after the accident, the news of the accident happened, he like came out and was like, "Oh, he's 100% fine." That's when it became okay for us to make fun of him. So it's great.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. He's totally
we're
fine.
Glad you're okay, Peter. But also, really, you tripped like going into your golf cart. And you weren't even filming, so you're gonna have to make production stage the hospital and the ambulance situation. That's upsetting, you know.
I'd like to point out that Hannah Brown did it first. Hannah went to the hospital first. She went last season. No, she was just really hungover. Cough, cough. I mean, she had the flu.
Oh my God. Conspiracy.
I mean, he's gonna have a big scar if there's 20 plus stitches in his head.
Well, actually, we were talking about this the other day. 20 plus stitches isn't that much depending on what happens. Like, I had a scar on my lip. It's very small. You can't see it, when I was a kid, and it was like about 20 stitches. So depending on, it's like maybe half an inch long. So depending on what actually happened and depending on what kind of stitches they have to use, it might either be this little baby split in his head, or it could be kind of wild.
I was going to ask, like, is it on his forehead or on like the top of the head, or?
They said head, so that makes me think not face. Okay. But I guess everyone's definition of face and head is different. I don't know.
Yeah, I guess we're going to have to wait for that first photo to come out whenever it does. And obviously, I'm sure that ABC is going to milk that injury whenever it happens. There's going to be ambulances in the promo, ambulances in every episode. Like, it's going to be like, oh my God. And it's like, it is kind of disappointing, though, that it happened before the women arrived in Costa Rica, which is where they were getting ready to film. But I mean, we're still going to get the front runners probably either like visiting him in the hospital or just like having the one-on-ones with his like scar, and they'll be like, "Oh, I don't care, because all that matters is what's on the inside." And it's gonna be beautiful. It's gonna be great content.
And if Voldemort gets anywhere close, Peter's gonna know right away.
Harry Potter reference.
But I do want to take just a second to look back on some of the best Bachelor injuries just over the last couple years.
Oh my God.
Remember David Ravitz, I believe, the chicken guy who fell out of his bunk bed on Becca's season?
Yes.
And broke his face open?
Oh my God. That one. Oh my God. Yes, when he fell out of his bunk bed. And then he's
like, also okay.
That ambulance was also very dramatic, that ambulance moment.
They made it look so dramatic because they were going to build it up that he and Jordan got in this giant fight and that's what sent him to the hospital. But in reality, he just fell out of his bunk bed, which is incredibly relatable as someone who has slept in a bunk bed as an adult. Really hard not to fall out.
Yeah, sure. I don't even know how to react to that.
Well, and then there was Kirka.
Jose was trying to relate. He was trying.
I was trying, but I haven't fallen out of a bunk bed as an adult. Sorry.
Whatever, you're bougie. You can't relate to the people. But then we had Kirpa, who was 2 seasons ago on Bachelor in Paradise, who just inexplicably halfway through her time on the show developed this like giant band-aid underneath her chin. And everyone wanted to know what happened. She came out afterwards and said that she fell on a rock and split her chin open.
Art. Another reason
But
why
they didn't even say on the
minimized
show.
drinking on Bachelor in Paradise.
Yes.
Yeah, because it would have been embarrassing. They would have, like, what? They were going to do a 10-minute segment about how she was drunk and fell?
Yes.
That's embarrassing.
This show is meant to embarrass these people. They are our jesters.
True.
Fact.
True. I don't know.
Show me
I mean,
Kirpa falling.
now I kind of hope that Peter just has like a random bandage on his face and they do not acknowledge it in any way, shape, or form.
Some
You
giant
know?
bandana. Just
Yeah, it's just like he's just on a one-on-one, and
No one
like,
says anything about it.
They're about to kiss, and she kind of like looks disconcerted because it's like, oh, okay, you have like a huge bandana on your face, but I have to pretend I don't notice it. Okay.
Ooh, it could be like Bret Michaels Poison style. I'm here for
Ooh,
that.
that would be epic.
Oh my god.
Be a cool look.
Yep.
Pilot
yep.
Peter. He said he was going to get some edge this season. That's it.
There
Oh
you
my
go.
god. I see the slogan for the season. It has to be "Scarred for Love."
Oh.
That would be great. It would be great.
I hate
They've
it.
already had a pilot Bachelor, so they have to give him another theme. It has to, like, I've, ABC, call me. I'll tell you all about it.
Coined right here.
There's more to it than that. You have to go.
I have a whole campaign that I won't get into right now.
That's very fair. Should we talk about our other hospitalized bae, Miley Cyrus?
Oh, love of my life. I love her. And, all of the attention she's creating on herself. But
Yeah, she's in the hospital right now. She's got tonsillitis, and I was thinking, since when do people go to the hospital when they get tonsillitis?
okay,
And
she had to have surgery.
She's rich. Did she?
Yeah, don't you get your tonsils out when you have tonsillitis? I mean, did you
No,
get
you get your
at
tonsils
your
out.
house? Like, did you get a kit at Walgreens?
You can just get tonsillitis. You don't have to get your
tonsillitis, then you
tonsils out.
I mean, I'm sure that since
No.
she's rich, she was just like, oh, whatever, just take that out. Who cares? But whatever.
I just want to say that Jose's medical knowledge, do not take that as gospel. We are not doctors, and that's wrong. So
Yeah,
don't
disclaimer. Disregard.
Disclaimer.
Whatever. I am not going to shame Miley Cyrus for being hospitalized.
Okay, I'm actually just getting a ping right now. She did have surgery, so sorry, Miley.
Thank you.
Thanks, Liza.
Oh my God.
So she had her surgery. She got her tonsils out. That's great for her. She got to eat ice cream or whatever.
Nice.
And guess who was there to comfort her and sing her a song so close to her head?
Her latest C-list bae, Cody Simpson, who is loving being in the spotlight for the first time since when?
Yeah.
2009? 10?
Well, he dated Gigi Hadid and Kylie Jenner. He's Australian and he does singing. He's just in and out
he was
of the
definitely
headlines.
like a cheaper version of Justin Bieber. Is that rude? I'm sorry. But yeah, like that's
Hard
what
to
it
be
was whenever
cheaper
he
than
came- that's what well, that's because he came out like whenever Justin was like at the height of his like teen idol moment when he was just like singing in his high-pitched voice and living his best life, relatable. And now he's Miley's latest item, and I'm sure he's loving it. Welcome back, Cody.
He's her boyfriend, right?
I guess
No?
someone missed it. I guess someone missed it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Official.
Yeah.
Ish.
Yeah,
She called him her
labeled
BF.
it. She labeled
Yes, BF.
him as her BF on Instagram. But like at this point, I feel like Miley is just trolling all of us. She said, "Get used to me dating" on Instagram last week. She said that she wasn't looking for anything serious, and at this point, she's just showing off her boyfriend just to give us something to write about. Which, more power to you. Thank you, Miley. Thank you.
I just have one big, and it's a really big issue with Cody Simpson.
Ooh.
So he showed up to the hospital with his guitar and roses. Ugh, it sounds like every bad frat party I've ever been to. But he showed up to sing her a possibly post-op, possibly pre-op person, a beautiful song he wrote for her. Also, second of all, she posted a video of him singing the song to her. In her head, is so close to his guitar. It's resting upon it. That is not pleasant. That is so loud in her ears. Cody, why are you so close to her? Take a breath.
It was for the gram, you know. I'm sure that as soon as it paused the video, she was like, "Oh God, get that guitar out of my face." Ugh.
She's gonna be back in the hospital for hearing loss.
Yes.
Do not play a guitar in someone's ear. That's not good for them, Cody. Come on.
Ugh, no, I just think that Miley is having a really good time trolling all of us with her many videos on Instagram and all that stuff. And I am just hoping that all of this is just publicity for her next album, which I am desperate to get because I love Miley Cyrus. I love all of her eras. She's amazing, trailblazer, multi-talented. Like, give me more adjectives.
I mean,
I was going to say, Jose's just listing nouns.
the Bangers era is
Yes.
the best.
Yes.
No question in my book.
I
Like,
agree.
Miley, get away from Cody Simpson, cut off your hair, and go back to the Bangers era. That's what-
Bangers Part 2. Let's do it.
I would be here for it. Cody, you have to take one for the team. I'm so sorry. I'm sure there's another woman who will be willing to date you and remind old people like me who you are.
Yeah, and one of the things that makes me laugh about the whole Cody Simpson situation was, on Wednesday, he posted yet another shirtless picture on his Instagram that comments by celebs showed me, because Justin Bieber was commenting on it, and he was like, "Ooh, your
I
body
saw
is a
this too.
wonderland."
Oh, yeah.
And then after that, he was like, "Double date," you know? So Justin is also trying to get in on that tabloid, news cycle, however he can get it. He's been commenting on Instagram up the wazoo. So
Justin, didn't you just get married? Go be rich and be quiet. Come on.
exactly.
For real.
Ugh. But if they can live stream that double date, that'd be great, so that we can write about it. Thank you.
Oh, yes, please. Please do this. That would be phenomenal.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm all for Miley sowing her oats and, dating around, that kind of thing. Good for you, girl. But it is a little depressing because Liam Hemsworth looks so sad in every picture ever since their divorce. He looks just so down.
Poor
and
Liam.
I'm all for her out there getting a rebound, but he's just sad boy. He's having a sad boy summer.
I just have to say one thing about Liam. He has an advantage, I think, just in general, just because
He's hot.
he went, okay, well, that's not it. But he after the divorce, he went back to Australia and he was hanging out with his friends and his family. And, Miley has been famous since she was 12. So all of her friends and all of like the close people that she could rebound with are all, kind of famous. Whereas Liam could just, he could have just rebounded with someone from Australia and we would never know, He was so we have no idea what he's doing. He may look sad in one picture, but is he actually sad? I have questions.
Ooh, conspiracy.
Yeah.
Conspiracy.
Is he actually sad?
Liam
I don't think so. I think he's rebounding just as much as Miley, but we just don't care because he's just with random Australians, whereas she is with random C-listers.
Wow, really alienating our Australian fan base. Please, Australians,
Australia, I love
You're
you. I'm
great.
sorry.
You eat a lot of barbecue, from what I understand, and drink a lot of beer, which I respect.
Oh my god. But no.
Before we alienate any other countries, continents, various other places,
Australia is a continent, Anna.
it's both. It's both. Jeez.
Geography.
It's both, honey. Okay,
Oh.
let's go in with, yeah. Don't try and question my geography. I won the geography bee in 8th grade.
Oh my god.
Okay, let's move on to our pop culture pick of the week. Mine is my own skills of geography. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh my god. Well, I'll kick things off this time because, I am a team player.
Yay.
And my pop culture pick of the week goes to Grey's Anatomy's Jake Borelli. He plays Levi Schmidt on the show, and I got to talk to him Thursday before the episode, and I got a lot of fun things about the latest episode, and you can check all the cool stuff on popculture.com. So,
Can you tease anything for us?
the episode is crazy, so make sure you watch it before you read stuff.
Okay, fine. We'll
Keeping
just
it
read
vague. Click, y'all. We need them clicks.
Yes, please.
All All right, Jameson, what's yours?
Okay, so Masked Singer again. This show,
Yay!
so you,
Oh my
you've
God.
sold me on it. It fuels the conspiracy theory in me, and it's just, I'm sold all the way. I love it.
Okay.
I legitimately gasped during this week's episode at the big reveal. When that eagle took off his head and it was
Yes.
Dr. Drew, I was shook to my core.
Yes.
I am visibly upset at you guys being impressed by Dr. Drew on the show. Jesus Christ.
I was just not expecting
Teen mom
him.
personality, Dr. Drew.
Okay, hey, he's a radio personality, and that's why I didn't get it, is because I only know him from Teen Mom. So whenever he came on and there were all these radio hints, I was thinking, is it Ira Glass? It's not Ira Glass. Who could it be?
Every time a celebrity
Ira Glass
is
would not be on this
unmasked-
show.
Every time a celebrity is unmasked, I just remember Anna being like, oh, celebrities actually want to be on The Masked Singer. And then Dr. Drew is unmasked. You know, they are literally like looking for people.
It's
to
like
be
it's the
show.
best hook for that show, though, because every
Good.
viewer thinks that A-lister's coming, and then maybe,
They're not.
but maybe not.
Here's the thing. I don't want to watch A-listers do it. I watch A-listers live every single moment of their lives,
point.
and I'm not that interested in them. It's the B and the C list that I'm like, you're in a rock band, Dr. Drew? I had no clue. It's fascinating. I'm interested in those people. A-listers can keep it.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Okay, my pop culture pick of the week is actually from back in when was this? August. I went up to the Yukon with the Discovery
Ooh.
Channel for their new show, or not really new show, it's their 10th year. For their show, the new season
There.
of Gold Rush. There we go. Of Gold Rush. And I got to hang out with Rick Ness and Tony Beats and Parker Schnabel and talk all about the new season. They taught me how to gold mine, and I did find a little bit of gold, actually.
And now you're rich.
So-
Ooh.
And now I'm rich.
Is that where
I
is
do-
that where you are right now in your mansion?
That's
because of
why-
all your gold.
Yeah. I actually do this for free. It's like a charity.
Thank you for volunteering your time for us, Anna. We are so grateful.
Thank you. But well, the premiere airs tonight, which is
Sweet.
Friday, October 11th, and it's at 9 p.m. Eastern. It's going to be a really good season. And all of our exclusives, we've got a ton of exclusives. We got video of me learning how to gold mine, which is very funny because I'm bad at it. That's all on popculture.com. So check that out. We've got another interview with them coming tomorrow. So there's just a ton coming, and it was a blast to do. So that's my pick of the week.
Yay, yeah. I'm jealous, but also happy for you, and will keep my jealousy to myself. Except right now, because I just verbalized it.
You cannot take my gold.
Just mail it to me.
No, you
Ugh.
can't. It's buried in my backyard. Oh, wait. No, it's not. Now I have to bury it somewhere else.
Oh my god.
All right. Well, there's a ton of stuff, exclusives. You heard me and Jose. There's a ton of stuff from other people, and there's a ton of just general news going on at popculture.com. So check that out right now. Follow us on Twitter. I'm at Anna Rumor.
I'm at J.A. Bastidas.
And I'm at Jameson G. Brown.
Cool, guys. Rate, review, and subscribe to us. Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, wherever you get a podcast. That's where we are. Please give us nice reviews because it makes us feel happy, and the bad ones make us feel sad. And do you want to be responsible for that?
5 stars. 5
Yay.
stars.
That's the rule. 5 stars. All right. Well, we have got to go before Miley Cyrus gets a new boyfriend, and then this entire podcast is bunk. So we'll see
Please
you
wait
guys
for us,
next
Miley,
week.
please.